I'm gonna make a short video here on my boat motor that had a bad power pack. So I have a 2003 Johnson 25 horse motor. I bought it, it was obviously used, but when I got it, put it on and I was having problems with it. The motor didn't want to throttle up. It would run as smooth as it could. It was super smooth. It didn't flood out, nothing of that nature. But the motor would just not turn RPMs. This motor, according to the book, is supposed to turn 6,100 RPMs, and it was turning come to find out, it was turning 2,000 RPMs. So I did a lot of research and everything, and discovered that the power pack on it was bad. So I don't know if there's other symptoms that can cause a power pack to be bad, but this was my situation and I couldn't find a video exactly explaining this, so I thought I would make one. So I'm going to throw in a short clip right here of what this motor was doing before I changed the power pack. Now, keep in mind, I had this motor on a 14-foot Alumacraft boat, and this clip that I'm getting ready to show you, this was wide open. This was all that it would push this boat. I mean, that was it. I couldn't get it to do anything more. So this is only like a 10-second clip. This is what I have, but here's what it was doing before I changed the power pack. Alright, so as you can see, clearly this motor was not running at its peak performance. That's all the faster it would go, and it was also, it is a 2-cycle, but it was using a ton of gas, more so than normal. I know that this is a big motor, it's going to use a lot of gas, all that kind of stuff, but I mean, a 6-gallon tank, it wouldn't even last you an evening of fishing if you were trolling with it, running it, and that was all the faster it was running. So I knew something wasn't right. I looked and looked and looked. I looked on the internet and searched, and I found an article that said that if you have a bad power pack, it can cause the motor to only run at 2,000 RPMs. And I thought, now that is in line with what that video shows. So I came out here one evening and got to looking at it, and somebody had put new spark plugs in this motor. So there is a sticker on this motor. I don't know if you can see it right here or not, but there is a specific spark plug on that tag that it says to use with this motor. So I pulled the plugs that were in it out, and they were brand new. The guy I got it from had just changed them, and he told me that he had it serviced. Well, the gentleman that serviced it put NGK plugs in it. And not that I have anything against NGK, but I thought I'm going to put the right plug in it so that when I started, I know that it's got the right plug, and that's one less thing to worry about. Something else about this motor, when I first got it, it was running very good, but it was missing terribly. And it did that for about 2 hours. And what I believe was happening, I think that those spark plugs burned up the power pack. So right here is this is the new power pack. And basically what that does, my understanding, is all this runs up through here, these wires, this plug right here, it comes over and it goes to the coil packs. Right here is one wire, and there goes to the other one. And then right here, this comes off of that coil pack, and that comes off of that coil pack. So, oh, and this plug is part of it also. So what I am of the belief of is that those spark plugs burned up that power pack, and that is what was causing my problems. Now, The plugs didn't bother me too much to change them. They were $4 a piece. The power pack was 150 bucks, and I was a little hesitant about buying it because I was like, I don't know if that's actually going to fix my problem and all that stuff, but I didn't know what else to do to it because, as you could see in that video, it ran great. I mean, this motor's in great shape. It is 20 years old, but it's a nice motor, and I felt that it had been well taken care of. So I went ahead and spent 150 bucks and I bought a Johnson power pack. I bought a name brand one off of it. And after I put it on, this is what happened. All right, so as you can see, just changing that power pack, this motor was a whole different animal. And it also has drastically helped my fuel consumption. Now, the thing still drinks gas like it's going out of style, but it's a 25 horse 2-cycle. So what else do you expect? I mean, it's going to use a lot of gas. So, but I wanted to make a video on this. Again, I don't know that this is the only symptom of a bad power pack, but I didn't find a video on YouTube that showed this or explained it, so I thought I would make one so that maybe someone down the road can find it and it'll be helpful. I'm not a boat mechanic, don't claim to be a boat mechanic, and I'm not sure if Mercury's work the same way. I do have a 10 horse Johnson that also has a power pack on it. I've never had any problems out of it, so you know, I don't know if this was a one-off case or what, but ever since then, I changed that power pack and this motor's ran great. So hopefully somebody finds this helpful and you can get your motor running. Good luck and thanks for watching.